Welcome back to What Arty Noobs with General Disturbance, and this is an FV304, the Bert, the Tier 6 British SPG, and we're on the south spawn of Lakeville. Now this particular Bert belongs to Ramtough, and he's got a special snake on it, a striking snake, and battle has commenced. Ramtough's a regular player on from What Arty Noobs, and he now streams, so if you want to watch him play live, you can do so on Twitch. Now the Bert is quite an interesting SPG. It's got quite a short range though, that's the problem, and in order to hit targets you really have to get fairly close to them, otherwise you're not going to be able to hit them accurately, or you're not going to be able to reach them. But the good thing is it's got a quick reload and it is very accurate, so you can pump shells into the target very quickly. It's got a 4.5 inch howitzer, and there's its first victim, Striv M4257, the Tier 6 Swedish auto-loading medium. First round went over the top of him, but I think this one is more than likely going to hit him bang on. Yes, it does. 202, and it landed on the front. You can see the yellow mark is actually on the driver's hatch. So I think his driver's ringing his ears at this moment, but the Striv has actually gone down. It was taken out by the Striv 74. That round went into the Cromwell, 126 hit points. So that British Tier 6 standard Cromwell, not Cromwell B, is at this moment regretting being so far forward, and that Cromwell, that Churchill is also regretting it now. That's another 215 hit points, and a yellow stain is next to the turret, so he may have damaged some crew members with that one. And another round goes in, so that's the second round that's hit him. We don't know how much that one was for, but actually you can see that his health has actually diminished quite a lot. He's now down to 579. Round out, and another hit, this time on the driver's hatch area, or near the driver's hatch, so I suspect the driver is definitely down. Rounds out. Another hit. That one was on the turret. You can see the yellow stain right on the gunner's area on the turret. I reckon the gunner must be down on that tank now. He's slowed down his firing. Oh, he's gone out now. He was actually taken out by the Striv 74. But Ramtough managed to get 145 extra hit points off him before he did go down. So he must be pretty happy about that, because he's extracted quite a lot of hit points so far. Okay, but he's got no targets to fire at because no one's being spotted. What he really needs is for that Cromwell a little further up to move up, because the enemy M44 just took out the Striv 74, who was doing all the previous spotting up until now. Right, somebody has spotted a Hellcat down the other end, and there's a Cromwell there doing a bit of spotting on our side, on Ramtough's side. He's knocked that tree down, fired a round in there. That might distract the Cromwell, make him seek cover. The Hellcat's at the maximum range. Okay, the Cromwell's now in field of view, but he's not fully dialed in, so can't get an accurate shot, but he can now. Oh, that one was bang on the money. 147 hit points. That MT25 pops around the corner and takes out the Cromwell on our side. Okay, can he get this shot in? I think so. Round out. Yes, he does. Right into the rear of the MT25, but he was seen by the MT25, so he's going to have to move, or the M44 will end his game. He needs to reposition. That's the problem. You get so close to the action, sometimes the enemy will see you. Round out, that's going to miss. Yep, it did. Okay, Cromwell's popping round. So, yep, Ramtough's moving back. He doesn't want to get hit by the M44. He's been seen again. He probably needs to go a little further to the east. He's doing that. He can shoot over the rock face here and not be seen. But the enemy has come around now, and the MT25's on the centre rock. They're firing that Churchill 7. The Cromwell's probably the easier hit there. And he does get a hit on the Cromwell, but he's going to have to retreat further east again, because the MT25 and the Cromwell are coming down. One of them was just taken out by the GW Panther, who's right at the back in grid square K3. But Ramtough needs to move further south here, or further east rather, to avoid being taken out by the MT25 if he comes around the corner. The Panther seems to be protecting. Okay, it looks to me like what Ramtough is doing now is he's actually going on the offensive. Round the other side, he's going to shoot round through the city, up the other side, and attack the enemy from the opposite direction. The one thing about the FV304 that a lot of people like is it's very, very nippy. Even though Wargaming made it slightly fatter, slightly slower than it used to be in the past, because it used to be a little troll machine that could get underneath the gun depression of the super heavy tanks, it is still very, very, very quick. Okay, now you're going to have to get further north to get the shells onto them, I think. Can just about get the Hellcat from here, but if they pull back any further, the Rock's face is going to be in the way. Now I can hit the Hellcat, and he does. And it's taken out shortly afterwards by the GW Panther. So he actually got the assist there as well. Okay, T-29, he has got a green line, so he can shoot at it. He lands it next door, but it doesn't actually do any damage. I don't think it even tracked him. He's loaded. Rounds out. He should be able to hit him this time. He does, but it does no damage. It bounces. It actually bounces off the armour. But he's very slow, that T-29. I suspect that he lost a crew member. And he's taken out by the Panther. That just leaves the enemy Arty to kill. An M44 and a Lorraine 15550. Now that 44 has been the one trying to kill Ramtough up until now. Rounds out. Oh, unfortunately, I think he would have hit the M44, but it's unfortunate because it'd been taken out by the Panther beforehand, and the Lorraine rams himself to death against the Panther. I think it was a unwise decision because the Panther's quite a tough tank, and you don't really want to ram yourself an Arty into a medium unless you're a heavy tank designed hulls such as the SU-14-2, 14-1, or the Fifi. Those can all ram but and do damage to an enemy tank because they're based on a heavy tank design. But a light tank like the Lorraine, which is based on the 40-ton medium, probably would come off worse. Let's have a look at the end of game stats. Well, it's a first class tanker, so it's pretty good. He also picked up a bruiser medal for getting at least 5 critical hits. He got 11 in that battle. He says, what do you need to ace this thing? Well, you need a lot, actually. I've seen a few FV304 ace battles. Normally, they are in much higher tiers. So it's a tier 6 facing tier 8 opponents. And they hit huge numbers of the enemy. They're just spreading their shells all over the place and hitting most of the enemy tanks. And that's why they actually managed to pick up aces. It's a bit like Fifi in tier 5 taking on tier 7 opponents. That's about the only way you can ace it. Okay, let's have a look at the team scores. Well, he got top on damage, 1,895 hit points. He managed to get no kills at all, but that doesn't matter because he did do a lot of damage to the enemy. Unfortunately, he was the victim of what was going on was kill stealing. The Striv 74, who managed to get 2 kills, killed 2 of the opponents that Ramtough was actually firing on. So he was the unlucky victim there of a bit of kill stealing. But when it came to base XP, he came second with 738 experience points. He fired 18 rounds, got 12 direct hits, 11 penetration, 1 splash, damage of 1,895 hit points, of which 1,445 were at more than 300 meters. Obviously, when he fired on that Cromwell, it was a lot closer. He hit 5 the enemy but didn't kill any, and he did damage assistance of 481 hit points, mostly from when he tracked vehicles and they were subsequently taken out by the enemy, by his other teammates. He received on a standard account 25,203 credits. There's a holiday ops bonus in there as well, and after ammunition resupply he actually had 29,776 credits spare. He received base XP of 738, but it was ×2 for the first victory, so he actually took away 1,742 experience points in total, including the holiday ops bonus. So nice try, Ram, but you're going to have to push it a bit more, I think. Try and get a tier 8 battle rather. If you get a tier 8 battle and try and get close to the tier 8 heavies and extract all of the hit points off them you can, that way I think you might get the ace tanker in the FV304. If you enjoyed this replay, please give it a like and do subscribe to our channel, and hopefully it'll be your replay I'll be featuring in our next video.